lazy. Oshobo people are lazy. They don't want to work. Oshobo girls are lazy. Oshobo men are lazy.
Are you trying to defend that?
I am not trying. I actually have a very good point to defend that.
Defend that, okay.
How come is it, for instance, I know a place in Kobo, yet you're requesting for 2 years rent.
Upfront.
Why? Quickly. Okay, just for instance, check it out now. Mufek Bale, Maso inspection fee.
Okay.
Imi Maso transport and you me lo sibe. Like it, Maso one year. That one is a must.
And I think sometimes they intentionally carry you.
So at least they don't. They know you will not like us.
Viewers at home, our lovely audience. This is our first episode of Sincerely Naija podcast, and we all welcome you all on board. Today we'll be discussing a very beautiful topic. But before then, I am the host. My name is Fola Olabode, and my co-host is.
My name is Ayomide Adebayo.
Hi, welcome, Miss Ayomide.
Thank you very much.
Are you married? You're looking all beautiful. What about those rings?
Let's leave it at that.
Are they of fashion?
Don't worry.
Okay. So, on today's episode, we'll be discussing Oshobo as a term. And the topic is Oshobo overhyped or Oshobo is worth the hype? In my own opinion, I would say Oshobo. Okay.
Before I give my opinion,
Okay.
I want you to be the judge of this.
Okay.
I'll give you an example of what is happening right now.
Currently
And you tell
in Osogbo.
yes, currently in Oshobo. Then you tell me if Oshobo is overhyped or if it's worth the hype.
Oshobo
Let's
is
talk about the housing agents.
housing agents. Whoa.
Let's talk
Okay,
about the
okay.
housing agents. In Oshobo currently,
Okay.
I have a uncle staying along Bolande.
But on this side.
When he got this place, I think the rent was about 250 there, so it's a 2-bedroom. Yeah. Kere, OD 400.
The house.
That same particular house,
Okay.
no adjustment. There is nothing new done to it. Kere OD 400, right? No. As of this moment,
Okay.
that same 2-bedroom is at the rate of 1 million naira.
Currently,
Simply because they changed door.
the door.
Just the door, the bedroom door and the passage door. Just that. Just the bedroom and the passage door. And now it's at the rate of 1 million naira. Basic rent.
No, so should we say that is coming from the agents or
Is
the
it?
landlord?
Is it? Fine, it is normal for the agents to instigate, but the landlord takes the final decision, right?
Okay.
So whose decision is it? Is it really the agent or the landlord?
But let's be careful, because sometimes the landlord might not even know their actual amount that the agent is collecting.
That is right.
Because,
that again is right.
Okay, let me use, for example, there was a time I got a particular space around Ofateno.
Yeah.
Around that Nazim side, Yannick Gallery side.
Yeah.
Now, I got the house for, I think, 170,000.
Okay.
And the total package is around 380k.
Why?
I don't know. Now, speaking of that, you wouldn't expect the landlord to know much about what the agent is collecting as his own fee.
Okay.
So when we are saying this, I want us not to give unnecessary backlash or unnecessary beating to the landlords. Let's speak more on the agents.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
In the sense that, see, Yoruba man go on so quick, I can follow olori, lẹ́yìn olori.
Okay.
Do you understand? It is impossible for the landlord not to know what is going on. And I think those people are in collaboration. See, these are let's increment of rent or something.
Okay.
The first person that will bring it up might probably be the landlord, but mostly it is from the agents, right? Money, any buy increase owó ilé. Eye buy no gbélé kalẹ̀ ní bíbí. Mo náwọn clients gangan tó fẹ́ gbélé kalẹ̀ léye buy. Èyí tá ń gbélé ti kéré jù.
Okay.
And Nigeria is everybody need owó now. Everybody needs money. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa fi irú ẹ̀ lọ tóun náà ní ṣe.
Tó bá pé ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan ti gbé sókè ní.
Exactly, tóun náà ní ṣe irú ẹ̀.
Okay.
Check Kobo for instance. I know a place in Kobo. Tí wọ́n ti parí ilé. Yet you're requesting for 2 years rent.
Upfront.
Why? Kí ló dé? No, it's not supposed to be so. Why?
And is anybody doing anything about this?
Nobody is doing anything about it. I really
is there any
wish.
organization trying to like do anything about this?
No, nobody. Like
Okay,
nobody.
is there any form of protest? Is there any form of protest? Is there any form of you get any form of at least opposition?
I think a few weeks back there was a protest along Olaya, but I did not really consider it was not, because if it was, we would have done. I don't think it's successful. I would have really thought this whole protest of a thing should have gone to the government house directly or the government office directly.
Okay.
You don't do protest there. You're protesting. It is we that is protesting against we. This thing is not something the normal we protesting is going to do. No, it's not. It is not going to help at all. This government has to come into this. Like we have to bring it.
It's not a war we can win between ourselves.
Maybe anyhow.
Maybe the government can set up an organization whereby they do a proper checking.
Exactly. Okay, just for instance, check it out now. Mo fẹ́ gbalé, màá sanwó inspection fún.
Okay.
Èmi màá san transport ẹni tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀. Ìyẹn mo like ilé yẹn mi ò like ẹ̀, màá san owó yẹn. That one is a must.
And I think sometimes they intentionally carry you.
So at least they know you would not like, because they ask you, what kind of house are you looking for? What is your budget?
You give them your specifications.
Exactly. Then they take you to places where
that does not even match what you have.
Then they will start telling you, okay, we can take you to another place.
Yes.
You're going to still pay for that. I have an agent that number agent. You must give him a recharge card of 1,000, 2,000 naira. This one is just sending you number. He is not taking you anywhere. He is just sending you number. You must load.
So notice pay. Sometimes they actually know where they are taking you to.
Exactly.
But they need you to go around town, to drive you around, to stress you out. So that once they know you are stressed out, the last house they'll be giving you will be your last option.
Like, why?
Maybe the government, well, our viewers have done, and by one way or the other, maybe by listening to this, there might be a kind of person, or the government themselves might set up an organization to help us.
I really wish the government would
come. Well, until then,
will come.
That's what we have found ourselves. And speaking of that, come think about this nightlife of Oshobo nightlife. This, this party thing here and there. In my own opinion, I feel like if you check Oshobo out very well, in a week, there is, in fact, if you count 1 to 10, in a week, Oshobo is having about, let's say, 9 shows in a week.
Well,
yeah, we see all those flyers around, we see them. Those guys are massive, they are trying. You get?
Okay.
They are trying. In fact, I can name few of them and I know they are trying when it comes to like bringing Oshobo to that, so you get, level of entertainment and beautiful nightlife. You get? But I feel like they need to do more of there should be a kind of there should be a result. I think all this while there are shows up and down here and there, and I can't actually point to just one result that we've gotten. It feels, to me, my opinion, I think it feels more like noise. I don't know if you're getting my point. It feels more like noise. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, the actual outcome, the result of the whole thing is a bit more, is a bit lesser than the noise.
The noise of it.
Can you get? It's not on the same level. And sometimes you expect so much, like, okay, bye. None of you just be like, so this is how it ends. Like, we are in this Oshobo together now. You see all those players jumping around, shaking
around. See, the thing is, I don't really have much to say on this. I am not the type that goes out like that. But I think I know of one or two people.
Okay.
This one is I think one is an MC. Is he an MC or hype man? I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you want to mention the name?
No.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
This person is an MC. Yeah, he's an MC. He goes out every day, like every single day. Yet he has nothing to show for his work.
Like literally nothing.
Nothing. This person is caught in a one-room set from someone. This person is squatting in a one-room set with someone.
And I think I would have actually said maybe I would align with what you are saying. But at the end of the day, we should not probably judge them with what they have personally.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say is the general outcome, the societal benefit of what they have been doing all this while. I think that's the angle I'm coming from.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, everybody knows how to maintain themselves. And I've seen people that have millions of naira and they choose to like keep it low key. You get. So at the end of the day, I might not be able to really judge them with what they have materially. You get. Maybe he or she has a car, a personal building or something. I don't really want to talk about that. But I'm talking about the societal benefit of all these shows. What can you actually say? Okay, the actual society, the town of Oshobo has benefited so far more than okay strippers drink, go and drink, so you can just go there, go and dance and all of that. What is actually coming out of this whole thing? Like you can just say okay, somebody actually is benefiting out of this thing.
Now let me make a reference to this topic. It's just like sporty bets.
Okay.
No matter what you do, no matter how much you're winning, is let's go to sporty bets now. Have you shared sports bets now? People wanna shake it. Let's go to no matter what you do. There are days that you win, more cash out, more shaking it. The days you lose, it is only you want to go take more. And it don't show. You want to go on, okay. I don't think anybody is benefiting from it. Aside the people organizing.
Aside the fun part.
Aside the fun part.
And
what fun parts? You go out, you drink. At the end of the day, you have liver problem. You have this, you have that. It is you that will spend money in the hospital.
Maybe that's more personal to everybody. Yes.
I personally detest drinkers, and that's my own personal reason. Like, but not going deep into that actually.
Okay.
Now, tell me how you, if you're talking about lounges, tell me how you want to benefit from a lounge that decided to set up with his own money, sell things to you. How? The only benefit you're getting from them is the fact that you bought something with your money.
And you have fun, probably with your girl or something.
Just a day fun.
And you're back.
The only thing you get at the end of the day is memories. Videos and pictures. What else?
You know, let me use Lagos for an example.
Okay.
Most of the shows in Lagos, most of the shows in Ibadan, let me even use Ibadan because it's closer to us.
Okay.
Most of these shows, when you get there, you get to connect. You meet people on higher level.
Okay.
When I meet people of higher level, I meet people of higher level. And I think I've been there a couple of times too. You get works. You introduce yourself to one another. You get contracts during the time of having fun. You get to see life from another angle. You get to make genuine friends. But unlike here, I have noticed that once you are done for that night, that is all.
Exactly.
And I think that is where I'm trying to like point out to that. I think Oshobo has this kind of maybe industry, maybe they are investors, and they also come out at night to have fun.
No, like I said,
maybe by then people can actually like connect on a higher level, not just like having fun for the sake of it.
I believe Oshobo is not worth the hype, and still on that, it is not overrated.
Okay, let's just believe that they are growing gradually.
Yeah, they're gradually growing. We hope they get to a point whereby they are.
And kudos to this our current governor.
Man, that man is really working.
The man is trying.
He is really
The man
working.
is really trying.
I
never
was in a
expected
bus.
this in though.
I was in a bus, I think 2 days ago. Some people came in for the festive, and they were like, during this Ileya festive period, and they were like, they okay, fiend. Sente bade luri. Oh my son, oh my kiniko. I was happy. I'm not from Osho State though. Well, I am happy hearing that. When I get to Kaduna, when I'm in Kaduna, I like to boast, okay, I am from Kaduna, because I know what that man, what Erufai has done in Kaduna. I am really, really proud of that man. Like, quote me and I am a Kaduna baby for sure.
I think I was with my junior bro last week.
Okay.
Couple of days before this day at Center. And Katora is soda. Like Kakonkoja soda side. Okay, fair.
No, that is even thanks to the fact
this
that
kind of Ibadan vibe, this Lagos vibe.
No, they've really worked on that, okay, fair. Now imagine how it was a few years back.
So clumsy,
exactly.
So rough.
Now, even with the fact that it has been like to this stage, there is still no space. That's during the year it was very choked. Going along that way, you really need to prepare your mind that okay, no, I'm ready for this. At least 2-3 hours. Hold up. You understand? It is working. It's doing.
No, the man is actually trying.
But I really wish you would really check into these housing agents and these investors of a thing. Honestly, Oshobo really needs to grow more than what. Like, we really need to be able to see. This is what I'm saying, not what I'm hearing. I am saying there. No, is it what's the hype? The things we hear, like the birthday lover, you don't have to do anything, you just enjoy. That is the story we hear.
Okay.
But now getting there, someone there is now telling me, I'm bad in Nigeria.
That's a bit devastating. That makes it feel like maybe it's not even bad after all. Maybe
Nigeria is not a bad country.
Okay.
It's not. Osogbo is a good place. It's a good place to live. But it depends actually. It depends. Some areas in Osogbo are underdeveloped.
Totally. Okay.
And there are some areas whereby you get there and you be like, wow, is this Osogbo? We agree on that.
Okay.
When she everywhere ni ọwọ́ ìjọba matoni.
At the moment. Because it's always growth.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, the reason I said it's not overhyped and it doesn't want the hype is because you get to someone. Take a look at Tinomola, for example.
Okay.
Part of Tinomola.
Have I been there? I'm not sure.
Now let me give you an example there. I lived there and this happened to me myself actually. There's this street in Tinomola. There's a particular place that has lights for 24 hours.
24/7.
24 hours. Even if rain is falling fire.
Maybe I have to move down there.
Calm down first. You need to hold that thought.
Okay.
In the sense that now, you see, from the point from Capital Junction to the part of Tinomola that has lights, I think it's about just one house that is differentiating there.
So there's just a thin line between the houses having lights and the ones in darkness. And he said that's in Tinomola.
And all of them are Tinomola. If I
happen to hear about Tinomola has lights, it's making sense. And let me just move down to Tinomola, and that's how I would.
And you don't know which part of Tinomola they're talking about. My dear, you might want to reconsider that decision, no? You might. I heard Tinomola has lights in 4 hours, blah blah blah. I decided to move down to Tinomola. On getting there, I was part of the unfortunate ones that were living in the place that has more lights.
At all.
Our lights.
Okay.
It's not like we don't have lights. Sorry, it's not like we don't have lights, but sometimes 2-3 days we don't have lights.
All both.
And you're coming back from work, entering your street, you see people where there is lights up. You feel you guys should have lights. What they like us,
Okay. To buttress your point, I once stayed in Ajegule too. You know Ajegule now?
Yeah.
I can say that's the marketplace of Oshobo. You know, whereby we have Lautech, we have people selling spare parts, and we have this other side where they do all these paper production, printing press, and all of that. We have about 2 other banks there as well. Now, at the same time, we have Osogbo market. You get, speaking of all those things, I can actually tell you that Ajegunle is like the market place of Osogbo, whereby people make money. Like when I say money per day. But the thing is, getting to Ajegunle, I found out that just apart from the light that is there almost, let me say 19 hours almost every day. But if I'm not trying to be, if I'm trying to be careful enough, I will say 19 hours. I can even say 21 hours, but let me just be careful to say 19 hours per day. But at the end of the day, Ajegunle is just like a place whereby, apart from you making money during the day, Ajegunle at night is just, it's just more like a cemetery at night. Every place is quiet, silent, and you can hardly walk past anybody when it is past 9 o'clock. You get? And now you're thinking, Ajegunle is, okay, they say I should move to Ajegunle is 24/7 light. Okay, fine. If you are not coming with your own discretion of the fact that, okay, Ajegunle has light, but Ajegunle, she wọ́n ní nǹkan tí mo lè fi like survive like my own personal day-to-day activity, talking about social life, talking about some other aspect of life, you get? And sometimes coming from work at night, going back home in Ajegunle, if you are not confident enough to work at night, you get, just by the fact that your place is bubbling in the afternoon, you might reconsider. Okay. Truth be told.
I think I understand your point. And to add to that, let me just say, look at my hand.
Okay.
These are 5 fingers, right?
Okay, sure.
And none are equal.
At all, not at all.
Equal, doctor.
At all.
You can't have it all.
Okay, do I know where you're going to?
Now, equal, doctor. You can't have it all. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You want the streets with light? You have the light. It is as dry as the cemetery. You have to take it. That's the but.
That comes with every situation.
That comes with it. Now, look at capital now. My streets, lights, F9, but bubbling on point.
And
the bubbling part of it is F1.
I think the bubbling part of Osogbo is the estate to
exactly.
What's it called? The other side, Bolale side,
and Ring Road as well. The places like Zeus, Berry's and stuff like that.
Case Place, and all of those guys.
And you enjoy the go.
No, at least you know Osogbo now. And at the same time, you guys, when you get to those places at night, it is bubbling.
Yes.
But during the day, you can actually see a place to probably say, okay, what's here? POS during the day. It is until evening time, so it's not coming out. And apart from the social lifestyle in Osogbo, maybe the nightlife, I can still say that there is little or no, let me be careful with my statements. I don't want to use the word development, but I want to say there's little or no newness. Okay, something new is popping. Apart from the fact that, okay, we have a good nightlife. People, they're leaving their house to club, to party, to drink, to have fun. You get? Apart from that, I can actually say, okay, maybe it's more like someone living like a fake life. And they say, fake it till you make it. Maybe that's exactly what we are still trying to undergo, depending on how the government helps us to probably bring in more investors and probably establish more things. Maybe by then, we actually say Osogbo can live that life. You get?
Sorry, let me ask you something.
Okay.
How many companies, well-built companies, like, when we're talking about companies, how many companies are in Osogbo?
Speaking of companies,
now, hold that thoughts.
Okay.
Hold that thoughts. How many clubs and lounges are in Osogbo?
Countless.
Good.
I can actually tell you that without even blinking my eye.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you one thing. Osogbo is not developing. No, sorry.
Okay.
Osogbo, in their business-wise, like work-wise, they are not developing in the aspect of they want to get their own morning, afternoon work like that.
Okay.
This is my reason. if you check from
maybe I'm so sorry the position. Maybe after this your point, we can just round up and see yes for the promotions to come in.
Now, let's look from fear
Okay.
to daily yes.
Okay.
How many clubs can you count? I'll give you Zeus, one, O3 Cafe,
Okay.
Zest,
Okay.
Berry Mist,
Okay. Mistilo.
Mistilo,
Is the the kind.
Be Kind, K Group,
Case place.
Galaxy, A1
There's this
Pinnacle.
new place that they just opened, looking like more like an epic how can I put it? More like this vintage place. Just before Lions Springs, by the right. Made with all these art and all of that. Have you seen it?
Urban Village.
Exactly.
Now these are places that if you those are the things people are building in. Because sorry to say, Oshobo is lazy. Oshobo people are lazy. They don't want to work. Oshobo girls are lazy. Oshobo men are lazy.
Are you trying to defend that?
I am not trying.
Defend that.
I actually have a very good point to defend
Okay,
that.
to defend that. Okay.
How come is it that when it's night, you see everybody outside? But during the day, you barely. I know people that sleep during the day and they work during the night. I'm not talking about the hookups and the.
Okay.
They're
actively active at night. And when it's in the afternoon time,
they sleep.
But can we see it from the point of view whereby we think, okay, maybe they make their money at night?
Wait.
I'm only saying.
If it's
now it depends.
if it was to be a normal organization,
okay,
would they work at night?
No.
You made mention of an investment, like Oshobo bringing in investors and stuff like that. You see, the reason I said Oshobo is not worth the hype is because if you're talking about is Oshobo worth the hype, you need to look at it from all angles.
Okay.
Lagos is worth the hype, right? There are companies,
sure. Lagos and the other. Let's be kind of careful. Lagos at the same time, I think people are actually. I've not stayed there for long, but I've been there for like weeks. Come back, days. Come back.
Okay.
And I heard stories about people saying, okay, Lagos smells. You get Lagos. There's no running water in some estates and all of that. And you guys think like Lagos that we all know. Exactly.
Now, same thing is happening in Oshobo. But now the reason this thing is getting more difficult in Oshobo is because when you go online these days,
okay,
search all those what's it called? There are people that do this day-to-day activity in Oshobo.
Survival.
They do questioning about Oshobo and stuff like that, and they're always saying things about ladies. You cannot find a good lady in Oshobo. You cannot do this in Oshobo. You cannot do that in Oshobo.
Speaking of that, okay.
I am not judging anybody.
Okay.
But if there were to be good businesses in Oshobo, good organizations in Oshobo,
you find classic people.
I think this lady. It is not everybody that are doing things because they want to. There are some doing it because they don't have a choice. Now, I'm not justifying anybody's action. No. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not justifying anybody's action. But just imagine if I know a graduate that is picking bottles from the floor, like selling bottles. Why not picking bottles?
People actually make money out of trash. Do you know?
But is it worth it? Someone that graduated with first class. Going about those days, hold on. A first class graduate, calculate the spending from the acceptance fee down to the defense and everything, project
writing,
everything. Is it worth the amount you're getting from picking trash?
Well, you know,
is it worth you?
I would say
telling someone that I am actually a graduate, but I'm picking trash. Is it worth it?
Okay. When we are speaking of that, let's try and see it from one level. If you are picking it like by yourself on the streets, okay, I might say, okay, maybe that is a bit upward. But speaking of picking trash, So people pick trash whereby they make millions of naira. You get? But at the same time, if you go to some even developed countries, some people still pick trash just to turn it to money. But in a place like Oshobo, I think what you're trying to say is that in a place like Oshobo, that we all think, okay, people from Ife and then people from what's it called, Ilesha. No, people come into Oshobo every day,
Yes.
and they leave Oshobo
Yes.
at night
Yes.
to go and sleep in their various places.
Yeah.
Now, to now think of we that were in Oshobo, because I will tell you that people that are in Oshobo, they are not even actually benefiting like people that are coming outside from Oshobo.
Is it supposed to be so?
Do you know? At the end of the day, I think almost 40% of people that are working at Benin comes from Ife, Ilesha, and then check it out. Check it out. When it is evening time, go to that junction where people take bus and cow.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
see people
You're
there
right.
almost
There are
every
people
night
from Iwo
that
that
comes
comes
there.
into Oshobo to work.
So that's that. I think I'm trying to buttress your point when you say Oshobo people are a bit lazy.
They are.
You get, because why are you there and people from outside and you want to reaping the fruit of your actual changes,
Yeah.
and it's not adding up. Well, until then, let's our audience, I'm very sure that you have been listening to us this morning and you are following us. Until next time that we'll be meeting, my name remains Fola Olabode, the host, and
My name is Ayomide Adebayo.